everyone. It's a Wednesday. We haven't been here in the last couple of weeks. It is Wet Your Whistle Wednesday, and we are out at Defiance Ridge. Wow, what a gorgeous afternoon. I pulled in and thought, there's a lot of people out here. That is a true testament to how beautiful the weather is. I'm going to be joined shortly by Chuck Gillentine. Chuck is the owner of Defiance Ridge. And as you can see from the description today, we're going to talk about Chardonnay. Are you a big Chardonnay fan? What's the difference between full oak, partial oak, stainless steel? Oh, sparkling, all of that. Come on in. Sit down with me.
I brought you a little
What is this?
surprise. It's our new pork brisket.
Holy
sandwich.
cow. Wait a minute, folks. Look at
Yeah.
this thing. That's a monster. Oh, are you salivating it? Holy Lord. Is this, you just rolled this out?
We rolled it out at the last farmhouse dinner, and everybody loved it so much that we changed our pork brisket sandwich. So it's got a little
it
bit of
smells
bacon, a little bit of onion jam, the new pretzel roll, and it's covered with cheese.
You didn't have pretzel rolls before?
Nope.
Oh, that's my hubby's
Yeah.
favorite. And
Yeah.
then you serve that with some potato chips, but can they get any side
Oh,
with
sure.
it?
They can get French fries with it or coleslaw.
Ah,
It's anyway, it's delicious, and we did them as sliders at the farmhouse dinner.
oh, yes.
And I can't, of the 90 people that were there, I think 90 asked me to change that sandwich to this.
To a slider
Yeah.
or to this? They
To
didn't
this.
want, they wanted it a
To this.
full on.
Yep.
They want the big pretzel bun.
Anyhow.
So what would you serve with that?
Oh, I would drink obviously a white wine with it. I wouldn't drink, or maybe even a Norton would work with it because of the spiciness of Norton. But I would say one of these stainless Chardonnays would look great.
See,
with this.
and that's what I want you all to understand. So again, this is Chuck Gillentine, the owner
Howdy.
of Defiance Ridge. Howdy. You need a cowboy hat for howdy.
That's right. Well, I'm a howdy guy. I'm a Texas boy.
So, we have to get rid of that old mindset that anything that's like meat or beef has to go with reds, and fish and chicken, maybe white turkey has to go with whites. That is not the case. It has to do with how it's cooked and sauces, right?
It does, but you always have to go back and say you drink what you want with it.
Yes, whatever you think.
But as a food wine person, you want to try to mix things and have things that go with wines.
That's okay. Now we can't eat that on the air because that's sloppy.
No, it is a big. You're going to need some napkins eating this baby.
Your staff was cracking me up and said, "I've got brisket hands."
And it's we have a great a brisket with beef, but this is the pork. It's always been needing something to differentiate it, and I think this is a good
This
combination.
is it. So this is officially on the menu now?
It will be.
It will be.
It's printed up on the menus.
Breaking news. So is it called anything special?
No, it's a bacon jam brisket sandwich. So I don't know what my son Trevor came up with as a final name, but
look for it.
It will be there.
Good sandwich for the fall.
In fact, the first two wines here I think would go with that real well.
I can't eat that on the air.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, no, my mom
It's
said
your
don't
show.
eat while
It's your
you're
show.
talking.
You're
Okay,
the boss.
you'll have to talk. I need a napkin. You'll have to talk while I'll take a bite at least.
So
let's do this. Did you have fun at the Yuppie Puppy Gala?
Yes, we did.
Oh
I'm
my gosh,
sorry
I'm so
we were
proud.
a little late. We had our busiest day ever Saturday.
Yeah, you
ever.
look
And-
like you were tired.
And it was I was not near as tired as the staff.
As the staff.
But yeah, we probably had 1,500 people there.
Oh,
Saturday.
hey, I love that. I tell you what, so Chuck and I have been doing Wet Your Whistle Wednesday, and I know you were busy and you were running around, so we didn't get to do your favorite thing. So let's do it for you. All right, it's officially time.
It is.
Chuck just said I can't whistle after eating that.
Well, I
that would
tasted
be
it.
hard.
I tasted it, and I think it needed a little bit more bacon in the first sandwich. So we added more bacon. I think you can.
Guys say that all the time, Chuck.
Yeah.
I just need a little more bacon.
Bacon, yeah,
all right,
bacon.
so this is coming on the menu. In fact, this is breaking news. We are debuting it right here on the show. Rightfully so.
Very excited about
We're
this.
going to dig into, since you and I have seen each other, obviously it sounds like you've been busier and busier and busier. You had mentioned that this really is your busiest time.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks are always the busiest 2 weeks of the year, and but this week has been busy. The weather's been great, and the weather's going to be in the mid 60s on Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully it'll be a repeat of last week.
Yeah, and I mean, we have really been blessed. But we're saying that from your industry, is it a good thing that the weather's like this? Or
it's a great thing.
Okay, good. Because you're past the point of
We
harvest.
would love this go through all the way through November.
Yeah.
Uh,
So come in here. If you've never been, by the way, Defiance Ridge Vineyards, located on 94, one of the very first wineries that you come to. If you're coming off of 40 and 94 and take it down, you are going to hit that. And then, well, let's just do this. For those that have not been here, give them your exact address.
2711 South Highway 94.
There you go.
Right as you come into Defiance. It is the first winery that you will see. We're the big white structure on the hill.
Used to be Wine Country Gardens, if you knew it as
old
that.
1897 farmhouse, and we hopefully by the mid-spring we'll start on our new building.
Excited about that.
Our new event building, the event barn.
Yeah,
so
well,
we're trying to get that closed up and at least everything agreed upon here soon.
If people haven't been here in a while, though, you've already been doing, I mean, that's going to be brand new, but you've been doing other things too. That's up against where you normally have seen the music. There's a new part out there also.
Yeah, that's a little protection for equipment, but we needed to do something other than a tent. And so that's being done. We've added a few little things in the back for storage. We're going to have to put a fence up around the lake for the swans. And,
Shits and giggle, by the way.
Yeah, no kidding.
Their names were changed on purpose. So they have been wandering off.
Brother and sister.
You guys, if you haven't heard this, they get out and then he has neighbors that say, your swans are over here again.
Well, they haven't been out in a few weeks, but, we can't keep up with the construction fence.
Right. No.
So we're looking to try to, do what we need to do to make it look nice.
They're beautiful. And by the way, if you haven't been here, you're missing out because they have this gorgeous lake, just beautiful property. And right now I pulled in, I was like, oh, there's a bunch of people here still because the weather is so pretty. You have been talking for the last several weeks about the event you have coming up on Friday. It is sold out though, right?
Yeah. The Silver Bullet event has been sold out for 3 weeks. And we're getting calls every day begging people. And I just, is
there a wait list?
No? There is a wait list, and normally we'll have maybe 50, 60 people that don't show, and so we just tell people to take their chance.
Tell them what you have planned that night.
Oh my goodness, beside the concert, the kitchen's open. We'll be serving. Sometime around 7 o'clock, we're going to start our bonfire, which is going to be pretty big. We've been working on that the last few days, and then after the concert, we'll have fireworks again.
Yes, and that's going to be a big one. Even though that is sold out, you have some other exciting things this weekend. So I was hoping, but then I just realized I have to go to a Halloween party. I was like, oh, I'm going to come on Saturday.
Halloween parties are going to get into things on Saturday.
But you can come earlier before you go, which is what I'm going to try to see if my husband will do for me, because you have some yacht rock music on Saturday.
Oh, we do. It's the Porto guys,
I love yacht rock radio. So is it that kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Captain Bulkhead?
Yep. They play, I think, twice in the
next 2 months.
Yeah. And they play twice. They play this week, and I think in 3 weeks they play, or 4 weeks they play again.
So this one on Saturdays from 1 to 4, by the way.
Yep.
And then you have Pink Houses. That's John Mellencamp tribute.
Yep.
That's on Sunday.
That's Sunday.
And then, what does that say? I can't see. Sometimes a fantasy. Billy Joel tribute. That's next weekend?
That'll be next weekend.
Okay.
And then we have the legend. The next our last concert on Friday night is November the 9th.
And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the holidays, because people are starting to plan that. You've got Butchwax and the Hollywoods doing a holiday concert.
They do back-to-back weekends, and we get a great turnout. They're play
awesome.
Some great Christmas music. Very talented guys.
And the other thing that we had been talking about earlier in the summer, which I know is very popular, you're bringing trivia back.
Yeah, trivia starts the first Friday in December.
Right there.
Yeah, it's a holiday trivia.
So holiday movie trivia night. Now people buy tickets for those?
Yeah, we're already selling them online, and in fact, all the events for all the trivia is up into next year, and tickets are being sold already.
And then I want to thank you for your donation. Did you see how much it went for?
Oh yeah, $1,000. That's pretty cool. I forgot to say something to staff, but that was nice.
I looked at it and I went, we're getting more of it. We're going to keep getting more and more.
You know what? You do a great job.
Thank you.
You really do.
Thank you.
And you didn't feel like you were being pushed.
No, I knew that would go for a good amount of money.
I'm talking about all the auction items.
Well,
but
thank
did
you.
great.
We raised $23,000 in the live auction and $43,000 total.
Oh my God.
They raised under $18,000 last year total. So
Oh
we
my.
over then doubled it. I know. I was so proud of everything
She's
we
got to
did.
be very happy.
Oh, she is, absolutely. So here on the screen, you're seeing Farmhouse Dinner, and this one is your next one. Is that Trione?
Tryon.
Trione. Okay.
Tryon's a Sonoma winery. They make fantastic wines. I've been there a couple of times, and their manager, sales manager, actually lives in St. Louis, and he's a master sommelier, and he will be here that night.
Fantastic.
So that will be, it's planned. We're drinking a variety of different things from Chardonnays to Pinots to some Cabs and a couple courses. So we'll do a duel with a red blend and a Cabernet, I believe.
Wonderful. So if you haven't been, again, these are incredible nights. They're usually, are they 5 courses?
5 courses.
Five
Yep.
courses. So that's the next one that we put on the screen again for the Farmhouse Dinner. Okay, if you're just tuning in, we are out at Defiance Ridge. I know a lot of you, thank you, by the way, that have been coming here, said that you had never been, you had a great time. Wonderful, wonderful. Keep telling everybody. Beautiful weather again right now, heading into the holidays. Even when it gets colder, you can see behind us, this is one. How many fireplaces do you have?
We have 2.
2, and there's another one in the other room. If you've got events coming up, maybe you've got holiday plans with family, etc. Maybe you want to plan a little gathering. You can call them for that as well. What's your phone number?
It's 636 97 26 22, I believe.
Otherwise, go to defianceridgevineyards.com.
So, this building is heated and air conditioned. So in the wintertime, we keep it, upper 60s, and it stays very warm. We have 4 units that keep the room heated or cool.
It's just stunning here. It really is. If you have been, drop in comments. Let us know what you've enjoyed wine-wise or food-wise. Okay, let's talk a little Chardonnay. So people will think about Chardonnay and say, okay, I've had oak or I've had stainless steel. You're going to talk about partial oak and full oak and stainless.
We're going to taste 3 different wines.
Oh, wait. There's not 4?
There's 3 because the other wine was just going to be sparkling.
Sparkling.
Because most sparklings have Chardonnay in it, and a lot of the sparkling is 100% Chardonnay. The Blanc de Blancs are. You said it, Chardonnay, I get more questions about why does this Chardonnay taste this different and this different?
Yes.
And there's reasons, and it's all about the winemaker, how they make it. It's either treated like a regular white wine, and they crush it, and they make it in stainless cemented barrels, or they make it with oak that is very, very old that doesn't create any flavors. And it comes out, and you get fresh, acidic wine that has more fruit forward, like apples and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then to spice it up, they put the wine through something called malolactic fermentation.
Yeah, what is that? I saw that on your notes.
It's actually taking one acid and turning it to another acid. And they do it by heating up the wine while it's in fermentation,
Mm-hmm.
and then they stop it. But they keep stirring it daily. They can add sulfur. They can add other things, pH to it to get it to where they want it. They can also destroy it if they're not careful. So all reds are malolactic fermentated the way they make reds. But the whites, it's usually Chardonnay and Viognier a little bit. But we're going to take you. Certainly, you'll be able to see from the malolactic wine to the stainless wines that the acidity is really high on the stainless wines, and once you taste the malolactic wine, immediately you'll taste a little creamier, smoother wine. And Chardonnays are the second most produced wine in the world.
Chardonnay is probably my favorite white. There's sometimes I've tasted other whites that kind of like I'm a fan of Sauvignon Blanc. I'm a fan of a Viognier.
Mm-hmm.
There's other whites, but I always seem to go back. I think it's more so when I'm at a really nice restaurant, and I usually am a big red drinker. But if I flip to white, I opt for a Chardonnay. What about all of you? When you're getting whites or reds, what are your favorites? Do you have any questions about Chardonnays? So can they? Well, I guess we can taste. Can they right away taste whether it's oaky?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Is it more of a minerally thing if it's stainless?
Minerally is stainless, and plus the acidity is higher. So usually those wines are better food wines.
Okay.
But the most expensive white wines in the world are your heavily malactic fermented Chardonnays.
Where are the most expensive Chardonnays
Burgundy,
produced? Burgundy.
Some areas in Chablis, but the Macon areas and Burgundy, and I forget the other. Uh, uh, I'll think of it in a second, but they're traditionally $800-900 a bottle,
Ooh.
and the good ones. I mean the ones that are well known and world known. Um, they certainly can price you out of the market, but then again, you can get partial fermentation on oak, or they will cut off the fermentation, and it won't be as heavy, as buttery as the big boys. What we have today is one that's partial, and we have ours, which is mostly stainless, and then I brought a French wine in. Chablis that I think is beautiful and wonderful tasting. I think that both of these are, but we'll taste them.
Okay, we'll taste them. If you have any questions, I'm going to look at the comments here real quick. Welcome in, by the way, to Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. Chuck Gillentine, the owner of Defiance Ridge Vineyards. Hi, Sean. He said he saw Garden Party Band last Sunday. Well, thank you for coming out, by the way. Jenny, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir are my favorites. Jenny says hi to you. Let me pop over real quick to Instagram. Okay, so again, if you have any questions about Chardonnays and what you've had in the past and maybe why you liked it or why you thought you didn't like it, let us know that. You mentioned some of the most expensive Chardonnays, but how about, because most people can afford $800-900 bottles of wine, right? What would be a good price point for a good Chardonnay in your mind?
I would look at Russian River.
Oh, I love that area. Yeah.
They make great Chardonnays. I also would look at the Chardonnays from Oregon,
Okay.
which personally are some of my favorite. Anywhere in the Dundee area, they make most wineries make Chardonnay, and they're all fabulous. Beaufrere makes great. Pinner Ash.
And these would be about what price point?
They'll probably be in that $60 to $70 price range.
Can you get so this is what people always ask, can you get a good bottle of wine for $25-30?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
There you go.
Certainly. Even in Oregon and Sonoma, you can get them. There's price points probably around 30 that would fit, that anybody would like.
Perfect.
And then if you want to go lower, then you go to the warmer areas such as Paso and some areas where they make only stainless and very fruit driven. I mean,
I like fruit driven.
Very fruit driven. I mean, it's personally not what I like.
Well, I take that back. Let me say, I like that if I'm not feeling like I have to pair it with food.
I mean, there's to me they can be so overly fruit driven that it takes over.
Yeah. Higher sugar content?
No.
Or no?
It's just where they grow it. They just get much more sun, and you have your cooler weather Chardonnays where the European wines, the French wines are, and Oregon, they're on that same parallel. And then Sonoma is so close to the coastline.
Yeah.
That's why their Chardonnays are so good, especially Russian River. They make incredible Chardonnays.
If you tuned in late, by the way, this is something new that's going on the menu, and I am going to taste it because I'm going to see how it goes together. So bear with me because I'm going to make him talk while I taste it. This is new. It's your brisket.
It's our brisket
pretzel
sandwich.
Bacon sandwich.
Bacon, jam. It's
extraordinaire. And some chips here, I like their coleslaw. I would tell you to get the coleslaw with it. Okay, what's the first one we're tasting?
The first is our French. It's from Chablis, and it's in all these stainless wines. You're going to get lemon notes right off the bat.
I love this. Is so light. I could see this in early fall and spring and summer.
This is really a nice wine.
Or year round. Don't you love? Don't you want to be a taste tester here? You got to come out. Defiance Ridge. Go to defianceridgevineyards.com. Yeah, let's look at the coloring. Pretty. All right, I'm going to do this.
Very acidic, tart. You get that right away, but it's got a very lingering, feel to it. That it's a 2019.
Okay.
This will age probably 15 years.
What is this called?
It's a Chablis that you won't be able to find in the States.
Sorry, everybody.
But anyway, I'm sure you could find it some wine houses on the East Coast or West Coast that would have, you'd have to buy
This is
it.
yummy.
And
So this would go good with this brisket, huh?
I think so. I think it would go well
All right,
with
I'm
it.
going to do it.
Okay, let's get you some napkins.
Napkins. All right, I'm not. Hold on, I'm gonna keep talking. Anybody have any questions? Jenny, have you ever had a Chablis before? Anybody had a Chardonnay and it just really stands out to you? If so, pass it along because people are always looking for all price points when it comes to wines, reds, whites, rosés, etc. Jenny says those glasses are top notch. Chuck, LOL. We were talking about glasses. So you were talking with Jenny at the Yuppie Puppy event.
Oh yeah, that's true.
She said the two of you were talking about glasses on Saturday night.
Oh, glasses mean
It's
it all.
everything, right?
It's everything.
Well, he was laughing because I said, "How's
I
the
could
wine?"
pour this in one of our regular glasses that we just, pour on Saturdays, and
It wouldn't taste the same.
It wouldn't taste the same.
These are Riedels?
These are Riedels.
Okay, but what was the glass that we had here that
We had the new.
Step?
Yeah, here we
Is it
go again.
Stefanina?
No.
No. Starts with an S though, right?
Oh goodness, I'll think of that.
This is
again.
what happens as we get older. Dang it! Well,
we
they're
just talked. I
they're
mean,
super
I drink
cool.
out of the Maronite, and this wine would really be good. In fact, I'll take this bottle home.
Do you all have glasses this big? They just look huge, especially as I get them closer to this. So this is a Chablis, a 2019, and lemon on the nose. Yes. What do you taste in this?
I get apple.
Mm-hmm.
I get
The tartness of an apple. She says those are actually beautiful glasses. Yes, they are. All right, Jenny.
Josephine.
Joseph, why did I say S? Josephine.
Well, it's close.
Oh my gosh, this is, look at, you
have to-
need all of these napkins.
Yeah. This one will be a nice, fun sandwich.
You got to share this with me because I'm going to dinner before we go see Cirque du Soleil.
I'll let some of the kids
Okay.
eat it up here.
Do they want to eat after me or
No,
I don't have cooties.
We'll cut it. You can't cut it. That pretzel bun doesn't cut very well.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Very savory. Okay, I'm interested in this with this. It feels like it's 5 pounds.
Well, there's bacon in it, and then bacon goes great with Chardonnay too.
That is a huge sandwich, Chuck. My husband's going to be all over that.
Oh, good.
That's going to be good with the music they have out here this weekend. Again, they've been packed, and I love to hear that. Thank you again for supporting them. All right, let's do this tasting.
I have not tasted this with them, but my guess is
You need
should be
to.
good.
Oh, that completely that changed a lot. See, now it's really, really savory. Now I don't taste the tartness of the apple anymore.
That's what the food does to it.
love-
Isn't that great?
That's what I love teaching you all.
You can drink it on your own, then you taste it with
No, I want you to do
something
that.
pairs well with it.
You got to do it.
Oh my, okay.
So if you don't understand the aspect of pairing food, wines together, you've got to taste here.
Oh, yum.
I love it. Oh, yum. Hey, my sandwich is good. Yeah, I don't taste the apple tartness anymore. See if you agree with that.
That's a great pairing.
Yes.
Yeah. Chardonnay. That's a great pairing. Now we know what to
Toast.
drink with it. But we don't have, our second Chardonnay you'll taste it. So
Okay, so we're going to go to what? A partial oak?
we're going to go to the American made wine just like this.
American made.
Yeah.
So we have, all right, so we're doing a comparison.
Yeah.
I'm horrible at pairing food and wine. Love the education. Yes, and that is the whole thing that they can do. So that's why I always recommend that you come up and go to the tasting bar and ask them, literally say, hey, I don't know. All right, I know you guys are going to hate that we're doing this, but we're going to dump because we got to go to the next one. Okay, so this is the American version. This is your new label, right?
This is our Chardonnay. Our
Let's show the bottle.
Our higher end Chardonnay, and this is from the Russian River Valley.
Okay. So 1897. And what year is this? This is a 23.
Yes, a 23, and you'll this will taste fresher, more fruit,
Fruitier than the other one.
but it's got a lot of the same nose.
This
Chardonnay,
this smells
so.
sweeter to me. I don't have the lemon as much on this one.
Oh my, that's good. It is just a bit sweeter.
Yes,
So
it's
it knocks
sweeter.
out-
I still
knocks
have
out
that
some of the
tartness. Well, here.
Some of the tartness it knocks out, but not
I'm
all.
gonna
of
keep
it.
going back to this
Again,
meat.
this is made stainless, and some of it's aged in old French oak barrels. And you can see the difference in the color. This is a little darker than the last one.
It is. The other one was it had a lot of gold in it. Actually, this looks lighter. Well, we just dumped that. This one's darker to you?
I think so.
Oh. Jenny, you need to come out to one of the Wet Your Whistles and
This-
everybody else.
This is your typical.
Can they come
Russian-
out and have like a live audience while we're doing these?
Sure.
all those people need to bring them in here. They probably need the education of this. A lot of people don't know how to do that. I'm going to tell you this new brisket sandwich, this bacon brisket pretzel bun sandwich, can you do it two ways? Can you do it that way? And then I'm telling you for women, because we're trying to be more feminine, if you still put it on the sliders, I think that's a good idea to have options. Because women don't want you can't get the sliders.
The pretzel buns
Sliders.
and quality in the sliders.
What else could you put them on?
Actually,
I think
this bun actually is smaller than our other bun that we're using.
Women are just like, I don't want to eat this huge thing.
Oh, just take
You know what I
half of
think
it
is
home.
good? If we take the bun off and just what I just did, I just took pieces of the brisket.
That's what I would do.
Yes, because
'Cause
that's good.
And
Smaller.
I'm sure that will be done.
Are you having fun with this? This is one of my favorites, and I've missed you the last couple of weeks. This is one of my favorite segments. Not in the morning. We get to relax. 4:00 in the afternoon, every other Wednesday. We get to educate you and have fun together. Okay, so between the two, which one's your favorite?
Oh, I
just
think,
those two.
You know, I'm going to be truthful. I think the first one's
The
is
first,
my favorite.
or the Chablis.
Well, yeah, but it's you know, they've been making Chardonnays for much longer than the U.S. winemakers have. And
There's a similarity.
There's a similarity, but I really like the tartness
agree.
with the first one.
I like the first one, but it completely changed, folks. As soon as I tasted the brisket, I didn't have the apple taste anymore. Okay.
Well, the next one is where you really.
That's the oaky one?
Yeah, it's
I'm always drawn to oak. I'm going to ask you why that is. Why am I more drawn to oak over stainless steel?
Let's pour this.
Let's pour this.
Yeah. Well, it has to do with your likeness of red wine.
Oh,
And
why?
This is again.
My palate's used to that?
You know, you're
That's what it is?
drinking wines that are barrel aged, and which create different fruit, usually tropical fruits, in white wines, and you get some great cedar notes and spices on a barrel aged wine.
This is vanilla. It smells like vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla, creme brulee kind of.
Oh, that's it. It smells like a dessert. Yes, that's what I was getting.
And
So
that's
this is
that
a completely
malactic
different nose.
fermentation that's gone from malic acid to lactose acid. It is.
Cheers to all of you, by the way. I hope you get a chance to maybe tip back a glass with us sometime on a future Wet Your Whistle. As we get into November, we get into the holidays. Let's have a roaring fire very, very soon. We'd love to see you out here. Chuck and I have got some really cool ideas, by the way. We're not going to say it yet because he and I still have to meet about this. But he and I have been talking behind the scenes about some cool ideas that we have moving forward of interaction. Okay, this is
another Russian River.
18.
Same winemaker as the wine you just had from Russian River. But this is their reserve malactic wine.
I like that.
And this is 2018.
18 Russian River.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to do it with the meat again. Okay, that's completely different to me.
This should not pair as well as the first one.
So the mineral aspect.
I think this has just got too much other stuff going on that work with this food.
You're right. They cancel it. They cancel each other out.
They do.
Does that make sense, anybody? It cancels it out. So yes, actually, I think the very first pairing we did.
This would be too strong for
it is. And so that's what happens if you ever want to have the education of it to say, I don't know, I'm going to have a party at the house. I don't know what to serve. That's why you want to come out here, try different things, and then take some of the wines home with you. Find a good one that you love. They will help you along with this. So that's absolutely true. The very first, I think between the three wines we just tasted, the first one was the best with this.
Yep, I agree.
Yep. Look at that.
This,
I'm getting good.
Now, if you serve this with some lobster.
Yes. I was just going to say, what would you do with this?
Yeah.
Lobster and what else?
Big creamy fish.
Creamy. Could you do this with Chilean sea bass?
Sure.
That butter in it?
Yeah,
butter?
I think the first wine would be better with the Chilean sea bass. Being a light white fish.
I love Chilean sea bass.
Salmon, you need sushi, tuna, and obviously lobster. Buttery lobster.
What about a halibut?
I think halibut may work with this, but I think it would work with the other one.
With the first one?
Yeah. Just because it's a wider fish.
There we go. Folks,
I think.
This is what we do. We introduce you to new
That's
wines.
what's so fun about making them and tasting them. When we go through our farmhouse dinners, I'll bring all three of the Chardonnays out, and we'll have something, and we'll see which is the best. and it's always fun. That's the fun part of it.
So the next, I'll put it up on the screen again as we do our little wrap up here. The next farmhouse dinner is coming up, and you said it's Tryon.
Tryon.
I've had their wine before. I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and 3 reds. I think there's 2 blends and then a Cabernet in the mix.
Okay, and again, some music. We mentioned the big bonfire and the Silver Bullet Band. That is sold out. They do have some people on a wait list. If by chance you want to try, that is going to come up this Friday. The holiday concert, Butchwax and the Hollywoods, night 1 coming up for you. They also have the trivia coming back. This is the holiday movie trivia night, and I know a lot of you pack those trivia nights. And then for the rest of the weekend, if you are a fan of Yacht Rock Radio and you like Yacht Rock music, Captain Bulkhead and the Portholes, they're going to be here this Saturday. And then again, in just a few weeks, Pink Houses, that's the John Mellencamp tribute. And as well, sometimes a fantasy Billy Joel tribute. That'll be the following weekend. You do have some really incredible music out here.
Yeah, I congratulate my son Trevor on booking all the music.
I love
He does a
Trevor.
great job.
You have a great staff, period.
I do. No
Across the
question
board.
about it.
So there you go. That could be you in that picture and enjoying a beautiful Chardonnay. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
So what do you think you want to do in the next couple of weeks?
I'll
What have we
think
not
about
done?
it. I think it's time to do something red.
Yeah, because we're going to start getting colder, I think. I don't
And
know. It's
I
been
got
80s.
something floating through my head that would be fun. But I'll have to.
We're going to do that
Make
before
sure it
I
works.
leave for Italy,
When do you leave?
November 7th.
Okay.
I've got a business trip out in Italy. I got to talk to you about.
That sounds fantastic.
I've never been. I've never been to Italy. I've always
You'll
wanted to
love
go.
it.
I
So-
can't wait. I'm going to be going to the Barolo region.
Oh wow.
Yes.
You know that's Chuck Wagner's favorite wine.
It
well.
is?
Yeah.
So Chuck Wagner from Camus, which, by the way, all right, as we wrap this up, at the Yuppie Puppies event, I was bidding on different things. Did you see the Camus one? I got it.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, tell Chuck I kept bidding and bidding.
Well, we got it once we get this other plan worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a bottle of Camus from 20, maybe 19 or 20, and then a handful of cigars for Jim, and a $150 gift certificate to Bristol's. I was like, this was a
now I
heck
know
of
why
a
that
package.
was so expensive.
It was a
I
good
saw
package.
it. I just
You bypassed it? He's like, I got a bunch of Camus. I'm friends with Chuck.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of nice to be able
Yes.
to deal with it.
Well,
You know.
shout out to Chuck, by the way. Phenomenal. If you ever get a chance to go to Napa, definitely put Camus on the list. These have been great. I love
Thank you.
this. And
Thank
I
you.
hope
That's
you all
fun.
did as well. The education of Chardonnays. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll be back here. What is that going to be? That's going to be the... that'll be the day before we
We
leave for
leave,
Italy.
yeah.
That'll be the 6th. Okay, that'll actually be fun. Hopefully I'll be
That's
packed
the day
already.
after Election Day.
Oh, it will really be
I'm
fun.
sorry. Yeah, the day after Election Day.
We might be needing to drink one way or another. We're going to be toasting or, oh my gosh, what just happened?
Maybe we'll do something with Rhone wines versus American-made Rhone wines.
Okay. I like it.
Then we can do Viognier. We can do a lot of reds.
Okay.
We can do blends. We can do Syrah, and yeah, that could be fun.
I don't want to have a headache on the plane.
Yeah,
He's like, you
give
need
a
to
little
sleep.
forward.
All right, my friend. Cheers.
Okay, cheers. Thank you.
Wonderful. No, thank
As
you.
always.
And to all of you, again, don't forget, go online to DefianceRidgeVineyards.com. Click on their event calendar. Also click on the menu and you can see all the wines. You can order them for yourself and then get in here, do a little taste test. Not only enjoying a bottle of wine right here on the property, but you can take some home for yourself and stock up, by the way, because the holidays are right around the corner.
No kidding.
Yeah, right. Thanksgiving wines, Christmas wines, and then all those wonderful gifts as you get invited to somebody's house. Don't forget, a bottle of wine goes a long, long way. Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. We'll see you again in just a couple of weeks.